You know, man, yesterday I felt very tribal. Like I wanted to do some activity that would really feed that part of me. But sadly, I had a 12-hour shift. And after that 12 hours shift, I was so numb. I felt so soulless that by that point I didn't want to do shit. I just wanna I just wanted to lay in bed and jerk off, which luckily I didn't do, but I was very close to. So, you probably read the title of this video and it is pretty intriguing to say the least. But I feel like it's very true, man. I feel like it is very true. Um, let's start from the beginning. So, I got my job like 1.5 years ago, and when I signed that contract there, and when I sat in my car, and when I was on my way back home from the appointment that I had with them, I felt like I lost. Like I just gave a part of me to the devil. I don't know why I had this feeling. I was listening to music. I was on a highway and I just felt like I lost. Like they got me. They got me. That is how I felt. And it was not my first job. In fact, I already had like 5 jobs prior to this one that I have right now. But that feeling is something that I'll never forget, and also something that I wish that I won't feel ever again. Because, as I mentioned in my last video, I'm about to quit this job and I will be unemployed for a good amount of time after this. Hopefully, forever if things work out. But there's a high chance I'll have to get a job in the future. I mean, it's very hard to just succeed on your first try after being unemployed, but the reality is that probably I'll have to get a job. Hopefully, I won't need to, because that feeling was unbearable. Like that feeling when you feel like they just cut your balls off. I don't know how to even explain it. It's a very depressing feeling, I would say. And even though when I got my job, I was already jobless for like 4 months, actually, probably like 6 months, and I was getting kind of broke. So I had to figure it out by that point. But even though I knew that this job means like financial stability, some more peace of mind in my life, stuff like that, I still, I still felt like I'm giving a piece of me to the devil. And it's not a great feeling, and I hope I will not ever experience it again. But in fact, yesterday, let's just move the pieces a little bit. Let's just go back to the present moment. Yesterday, in fact, and the day before that, I had a 12-hour shift back to back, and as I told you, I was feeling a little crazy. I was feeling a little litty. I wanted to do some stuff with my boys. Couldn't. Fuck it. 12-hour shift. It is what it is. But after those hours, I felt that life was just drained out of me. Like I felt just like a stupid. No, no. You know when you look at your cat, if you have a cat, or if you just look at most animals when they just stare at a wall, or they just look at something, but you can see it in their eyes that they're like very stupid, that they don't even understand why or where they're looking at, but they still look at whatever they're looking at, because that's kind of their limitation, that's their roof, right, of intelligence. That is how I felt, just staring at my phone. Like wherever I was staring at, I felt like there was no color there. It felt so bad. But this is a cycle that we all go through, and this is something that we all sadly have to experience many times, in fact, throughout our lives. Some people less, some people more, but the reality is that for the most of people, will be experiencing that for a good amount of time, probably for decades. But now let's not go fully black pill. And yeah, by the way, this video is gonna be kind of renting the whole 9 to 5 and the whole job thing. I think it's not easy to escape it, and also I don't want this video to be like a black pill type shit, like where we kind of go all in that it's all hopeless, that it's never gonna change or whatever. I don't want to go down that path because I just am an optimistic person. I don't believe that shit. I think things can change for the better. So yeah, let's not go down that path. But I was observing myself yesterday, and I felt like, to me, like from a third person perspective, like, from like in GTA, from a third person perspective, I felt like I am this, 50 years old, 40 years old guy who is working his job, is fully drained of life. He's just he's at low battery. He's like almost empty at that point, and he has nothing to live for, but he still keeps his 9 to 5. He's paying his bills. He's paying his like OnlyFans. He's watching his like anime prawn, whatever. I felt like that guy, and honestly, I'm far from that guy. Thank God, because I'm younger than that, and also I've kind of things going on in my life. Not to like be like I'm not like whatever, but I felt like that guy. I felt like that loser, and it really hurts. Even though I know that I'm very far from that point, and I am for sure certain that I will never reach that point because I made some promises to myself years ago, but it just really does something to you. It does something to you, like your psyche and just your brain is like trying to almost mug you, like clavicular when he's mugging people. Your brain is just pulling the mugging card on you, and he's like, you fucking idiot. You went there and you were there like for, I don't know, 9 hours, and you're gonna go tomorrow as well, and you were there yesterday, but you hate it, but you still go to that place, to that hellhole. And it's pretty fucked up, man. It's pretty fucked up. So, as a young guy, what should you do? I just started speaking Chinese. What should you do as a young guy, kind of being depressed in your town, in your big city, wherever you live, working your job, kind of feeling like there is nothing going on in your life? It's pretty damn bad. Well, I would say find something to live for and something to die for. I would even say focus on finding the thing that you want to die for, and then go towards that thing, whatever it may be. It sounds very simple, way too simple. It doesn't work like that. But that's like the only thing that is kind of keeping me above the water right now, even though, again, this is very like black pill mentality talk. I'm very far from black pill, guys. Black pill is stupid. It doesn't work like that. But let's not go down that rabbit hole with the whole black pill thing. I just want to say, find something that is worth living for, and strive for that. Also, find something that is worth dying for, and strive for that. I'm gonna have a video soon coming out also about this whole thing, that I just respect people that have something to die for, even though if it's stupid. Because if you have nothing to die for, then what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, you have to have something that you want to die for. But yeah, how is it, guys? How is your life going on? Tell me down in the comments, because I want to build a community out here. I want to talk with people. I want to have a whole thing going on here, because I believe that there are a lot of people thinking this way, especially young guys who just see that just working a job in 2026, especially like a minimum wage job or just a low paid job, is very dead end. And it hurts in a way because you kind of feel like you were scammed, because you were literally scammed by everything, by the setup of the society and the way the educational system funnels you in the job market, which is not particularly bad if the jobs were actually well paid, and most of the jobs are not. Maybe the jobs are paid just fine, like you get paid just fine, but the prices of everything are not really great. Like there's just inflation eating up your money, kind of, and that is fucking up everything. And then the salary needs to go up, but then the whole like inflation cycle, it never ends, and the percentage values, the inflation always outweighs the wage increase, the salary increase. It's kind of fucked up in a way, but yeah, let's not go that. We're trying to escape all the rabbit holes that are very easy to get into when it comes to the whole 9 to 5 thing, because all of them are valid, but all of them are pretty black pill and pretty unfixable from an individualistic point of view. And just as an individual, you're very unlikely to fix anything when it comes to these things, because they're all on a big scale, and they're all you're playing against shadows that are very much stronger than you, very much unmovable pieces on the board. You cannot move. Yeah, they're unmovable, bro. Of course you cannot move them. So yeah, from that perspective, man, it is fucked up. But a 9 to 5, I would say just quit it, because you need your balls, bro. You literally need your balls. That is what I'm trying to say. And that is why I'm gonna quit my job. I'm so happy. I'm so hyped up about it. Even though that like things might not work out, and there will be moments when I'll be like, what the fuck did I do, and what the fuck am I doing with my life? But I'll still quit it, just to prove a point to myself that your job is not a prison, even though it feels like a prison, that life is just so much better. And when I was talking about these 12-hour shifts that I had recently, like 2 days ago and one day ago, there were moments there when I was talking to my colleague, which is my favorite colleague there. He's like a very open-minded young person like me, that also has some interesting viewpoints on the whole job thing. He also like was, bro, he said to me, I was just thinking right now, we are here at like 5 p.m. in this like plastic box, like making all these things, and there's like a whole world outside, and it's like Saturday, you can kind of do a lot of stuff, but you're stuck here for the whole fucking day, and it's so damn long, but you still do it because it just the way it works, it's the way it's set up. So pretty fucked up if you ask me. But don't give up, guys. If you're young especially, you need your balls. And the thing is, if you're 50 years old, your balls are kind of getting old. But if you're young, your balls are full of the liquid. They're still usable. There is still something to it. There's still value attached to it. So don't let them castrate you. Don't let them cut them off forever, because the longer your balls are in their hands, the more time you're gonna lose, and the less time you'll have left to figure it out eventually. And I don't think it's really good for you, and I don't think it's really in your interest to give them your balls for too long. This video is ridiculous, but yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you think about your job, and what bores you at your job, and what feels like you're giving up your soul for something. For me, just straight up money. Like there is nothing else. It's not like I have some special relationships at my job that keep me very entertained there. Like I literally just work for the money, like 99.9% of the people, I believe. So yeah, have a nice day, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think, and I'll catch you up in the next one.